I have not done anything in my life since I was 10 except act. So I am very cognizant of every single choice that I have made to get myself here. And so I have a lot of hard-won confidence, even when I have doubt. Because trust me, I have huge doubt. But I understand when the doubt is about pushing you forward or pushing you into a bigger place. Doubt is extremely important for the creative process.
Your left, please, Sandra.
There's no question, 2021 was a banner year for Sandra Oh. Besides co-starring in a pair of animated projects, playing Debbie Grayson, the mother of the title character in the Amazon Prime series Invincible,
I used to change your diapers, kid. There's nothing going on down there I haven't seen before.
and Varana, the leader of the Fang tribe in the Disney film Raya and the Last Dragon.
If we had the dragon and the gem pieces, we would be forgiven. We could save the world.
The 12-time Emmy-nominated actress also landed the lead, Professor Ji-Yeon Kim, in the 6-episode Netflix series The Chair.
You're the chair.
I'm the chair. I'm the chair. I'm the chair.
And last but definitely not least, Sandra recently finished filming the 4th and final season of the hit BBC America thriller Killing Eve, in which she, of course, plays the title role of Eve Polastri.
I believe there is a female assassin operating internationally, and she's targeted a number of influential people. She doesn't have a signature, but she certainly has style, and I don't know who or what is behind her, but I don't think she's slowing down, and that just interested me.
You're catching me actually at such a special moment because I just finished the finale of Killing Eve, the 4th season, and so I'm still in this kind of magical place of finishing a show, and it's been an emotional whole season. Do you know what I mean? I think it's been emotional all the way. For Eve, it's really saying goodbye to her after 4 years, and so no, I'm just still in the midst of trying to process that.
It's okay. Baby! It's okay. Wake up. What was it? Was it?
I fell asleep on both my arms.
Killing Eve premiered in 2018, and over the next 3 years, Sandra accomplished a lot. Not only did she make history as the first Asian woman to be nominated for a Best Actress Emmy,
You're sort of glowing.
Gosh.
she also added producing to her resume, becoming one of the show's executive producers in 2020, and then serving again as EP on The Chair.
The dean has my back, so let's just get your case through, and then let's shake this place up.
Meanwhile, Sandra says playing these powerful roles, both on camera and off, has helped her grow as an artist.
You know, I'd say the past 4 years, and also being able, in some ways, to translate it even through Ji-Yeon, Professor Kim in The Chair. It's about being responsible and entering into a different level of power. And of course you see in The Chair, Professor Kim enter into the upper echelons of power at her university and what that does to her and how difficult it is. And I feel like definitely through growing through Killing Eve and then taking on the EP, the executive producer kind of responsibilities, I've learned a lot that way. I think I've grown a lot that way. And I feel slightly more confident in those overall skills. It's having access to the creative line. And I think particularly in television, if you are carrying the show in one way or another, you need to have, or I prefer to have access with the main creators and start a kind of collaboration where you're creating the thing together. And for something like The Chair, you know, Amanda already had all the scripts written. She had a clear vision, but the access that I had to her and how open she was to collaborate, there were main story structures that I was really, like basically the relationship between Ji-Yeon and Juju, her adopted daughter, it was like, I really, really want to explore it this way, and she was able to open up and to embrace it.
If you don't know anything about my heritage!
Guess what? The reason we're going to Oaxaca this summer is because some of your ancestors are from there.
Ava's going to Disneyland.
Duly noted.
The Chair premiered in August and has earned rave reviews, especially for the way it explores contemporary college campus issues like ageism, sexism, and racism without seeming like a sermon.
What you're saying about The Chair, which is a major feedback that I had from mostly people of color, is like no one felt preached to. And that is extremely difficult to get. It's a very, very nuanced thing. And I'd say, again, primarily, we were not talking about this really heavily. I think the team, everyone was just, again, coming from a more open place of just going, how best to tell the story from just a wider point of view, but it takes time. It just doesn't happen. And progress is not just sticking a bunch of people of color or sticking a bunch of women or people who are not the mainstream and then just having them speak like everyone else. It's about investing in the actual character, in the circumstances, and having the entire team behind that it's not just a second thought, or it's not efforted. It's a lived-in thing. It's a lived thing, and I think that's what translates. And I think that's in some ways the thing that I'm most proud about with The Chair is how that part of the storytelling we got right.
너는 먼저 떠난 비리 아내를 이기려 하지 말고 내 말을 믿어.
우리 그냥 진 거예요.
You guys talk about me?
Seven people have been shot and killed in Georgia tonight in the Atlanta metro area.
In March, when news broke of the tragic 2021 Atlanta spa shootings, Sandra was on location in Pennsylvania filming The Chair. 4 days later, she spoke passionately at a Stop Asian Hate protest near downtown Pittsburgh.
For many of us in our community, this is the first time we are even able to voice our fear and our anger, and I really am so grateful for everyone willing to listen.
It was just really like, I just want to be with people, and I'm not just talking Asian people. I knew that there was going to be a bunch of people standing on some corner somewhere in Pittsburgh, and I wanted to be with them because there was a lot of pain and outrage, and when that happens, you need to gather together. It's the only way to get through is together. You know what I mean? So if you're standing side by side with someone who is not your gender or not your race, you can just go, okay, we're standing beside each other for this. We have commonality here. You know, and it was, for me, it was mostly, I really will say that it was about trying to also move through fear.
I know many of us in our community are very scared, and I understand that. And one way to kind of go through and get through our fear is to reach out to our communities. Reach out, everyone here. I will challenge everyone here. If you see something, will you help me? If you see one of our sisters and brothers in need, will you help us?
For me, I think the main thing is to move through the fear. The fear will exist, it will always be with us, but what to do with it. Because it just, for me, I just did not put us into hiding. It's the way that we need to reach out to people who I believe are willing to just go, well, I don't believe in that either. So if you don't feel safe walking, I'll just walk beside you. But you have to reach out.
We must understand, as Asian Americans, we need to reach out our hand to our sisters and brothers and say, help me, and I'm here. And just for one thing, I am proud to be Asian. I want to hear you say, I am proud to be Asian. I belong here. I belong here.
And what I think was also so important that it started or really came to light after the Atlanta shootings is for ourselves and our community that we don't yet know what we think about things. We are not settled in an identity in any kind of way. I mean, who is at all, but that needs to be more fortified Absolutely. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know what to do. I'm angry and I'm really scared and but it's also like I'm so angry or resentful and scared and it has to do with this and this, and suddenly the flood of your own experience of how, you've tamped down every single aggression, microaggression, and just straight out, racism, comes to the forward, and then you are challenged because you've tamped it down so much. What do you really think about it? How do you go to your friends who are not Asian and explain your experience? Do you actually understand your own experience in this moment? Because that has to come from us, not the upper levels of, or the wider levels of like white patriarchy, that is really kind of shows where everyone should be thinking. It needs to be much more nuanced and, again, not performative. To be on the cover is it means so much to me because of this. When I was growing up, I never saw my face on the cover. And I also felt like how important it was to be on the cover. And I've gone through my period of just realizing there's a lot of barriers to getting on a cover of a magazine. To be asked to be on the cover of yours is a great privilege because it normalizes things for my nephews and nieces. It's a normal thing to, well, it's not normal, to normalize the fact that their aunt is on the cover of a magazine, because it goes this young. You're 5, you're in the grocery store with, a parent, and, it's on the stand, and you just happen to see a picture of a lady who looks like your mom, or who looks like your aunt, who looks like your, and that what that does, I think, profoundly psychologically, is a tiny little step in the salve of being able to see yourself, I guess. So thank you for that.